There is a creature said to live in the Gobi Desert. Almost everyone who claimed to see it reportedly died. It is said to spray acid and unleash electric shocks. Even Mongolia's prime minister once described it. Yet no one has ever managed to photograph it. One herder said he accidentally touched one. It sprayed something at him. When he turned to run and looked back, the creature had vanished. Some say it is nothing more than a myth. That does not explain why herders from different tribes describe this creature in remarkably similar ways. In 1926, American paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews was leading an expedition in Mongolia when he first documented reports of the creature. In Mongolian, it is called the Olgoi Horkoi. The name means large intestine worm. It was given this name because of its appearance. It supposedly resembles a section of a cow's large intestine. Dark red all over, blunt at both ends, as if sliced cleanly with a knife. There is no obvious distinction between head and tail. No visible openings can be seen on its body. No eyes, no nostrils, no mouth, yet it is said to spray venom. Herders claim the liquid it spits makes the sand smoke. It is also said to knock down prey from several meters away. That is difficult to explain. Scientists remain skeptical because every known animal capable of generating strong electric discharges lives in water. Electric eels are one example. Outside an aquatic environment, such an electrical discharge is extremely difficult to produce. Among known biological species, no creature has been found that can both spray corrosive liquid and instantly incapacitate prey from a distance. By 1990, Czech explorer Ivan Mackerel entered the Gobi Desert in search of the creature. With an interpreter, he traveled from herder to herder, recording and cataloging eyewitness accounts. When he returned, he noticed something strange. Reports collected in different periods and from different regions overlapped so closely that they seemed difficult to dismiss as pure invention. In 1992, he returned once again, this time using explosives to create vibration. He hoped the vibrations would lure the creature to the surface. After the blast, the desert remained as silent as ever. In 2004, another expedition returned to the region. This time, the search used an ultralight aircraft to scan the desert from low altitude. The team searched for 2 weeks, but still found nothing. Just when the investigation reached an impasse, another research team proposed a completely different approach. Instead of searching for the death worm, they interviewed people who claimed to have seen it. They found one herder who said he had seen the creature more than once and had even handled one with his own hands. The researchers brought out a field guide and asked him to examine it page by page. The herder's fingers stopped on one animal, the Tartar sand boa. This snake is sometimes mistaken for a thick, worm-like creature. It is also called a two-headed snake because its head and tail can look remarkably similar. Seen from a distance, it can be difficult to tell which end is the head. It can grow from about 40 to 120 centimeters long, with a short, thick body. Its color ranges from reddish-brown to dark gray, often with a lighter underside. In appearance, it closely matches many eyewitness descriptions of the death worm almost perfectly. But it is non-venomous, and it cannot generate electricity. So where did the stories of acid spray and electric shocks come from? This is where the explanation becomes most surprising. In summer, surface temperatures in the Gobi Desert can exceed 70 degrees Celsius. At such temperatures, superheated air causes severe light refraction. The apparent shape and distance of objects can become heavily distorted to the human eye. A half-meter-long Tartar sand boa, seen through heat haze from 150 meters away, may appear much larger than it really is. Its movements, too, can be distorted by refraction, making it look as though something is being sprayed. When a Tartar sand boa feels threatened, it can display distinctive defensive behavior. It may bury its head in the sand, raise its tail, and release a foul-smelling defensive secretion. In extreme heat, that secretion evaporates quickly, producing a strong, pungent odor that can cause irritation on contact. Now reconstruct that scene in your mind. A short, thick, reddish animal hides its head in the sand while raising its tail and releasing a strong odor. A herder watches from a safe distance. Heat haze distorts everything in sight. What does he see? A strange red creature with no visible head writhing across the ground. Then something seems to spray from its body. A burning sensation reaches his face. That image is then passed down by word of mouth for generations. Add the isolation and imagination inspired by the Gobi at night, and the legend of the Mongolian deathworm is born. But that still does not explain the stories of electric shocks. One theory suggests that under certain geological conditions, Gobi sand contains high concentrations of silicon and iron. During the dry season, static electricity can build up strongly if a tartar sand boa twists its body violently while defending itself. Rapid friction against dry, mineral-rich sand could generate additional static electricity. This may have contributed to stories that the creature could discharge electricity, a horror once described even by a prime minister. The central figure in a centuries-old mystery may ultimately be nothing more than a small, non-venomous snake. When threatened, it buries its head in the sand and pretends to be a discarded stick. But it could never have imagined that it would become the source of a terrifying legend feared for generations.